Speaker, there's no denying that the government's swift and decisive action in closing our international borders is one of the key reasons the COVID-19 health crisis was not more severe. And I take this opportunity to thank the hundreds of staffs of the Department of Home Affairs who have been processing inquiries and requests for exemptions from the travel bans, both in and out of the country. Whilst I appreciate that departmental staff are doing their best to apply the current regulations, I am concerned that these restrictions are now disproportionate, resulting in curtailing of civil liberties. So I call on the government to introduce more flexibility and compassion to enable consideration of particular requests and circumstances. I understand the importance of border control during this global pandemic, but people's lives and freedoms are being adversely impacted. And I have some specific examples. Australian citizens needing to travel overseas for compelling reasons, or visa holders long-term stranded abroad, unable to return to their homes in Australia, and overseas citizens needing to enter Australia on compassionate grounds. Here are some examples. Donna Burton, an Australian citizen seeking to travel to the UK in July for the wedding of her only daughter. Her first application has been rejected and she's awaiting her second. Gonzalo and Lulia, visa holders who have lived in Australia for 7 years. They've got full-time employment here and we're in the process of applying for permanent residency. They visited their family in Colombia at the beginning of the year and are now stuck there. They just want to come home. And then there's the heartbreaking situation of the family of Deborah Howe. Deborah passed away suddenly on the 16th of May, leaving behind 2 sons who have no other family here in Australia. Deborah's sister, Leslie Hayes, and her parents are British citizens, and they were denied permission to enter Australia to attend the funeral and to assist the young men in dealing with the logistics of their mother's death. Deborah's former husband, Derek, has also been denied permission. He's written to me to say he managed to watch Deborah's funeral through a live stream facility, and to be honest, watching my 2 children bury their mother without any support or comfort from other family members was one of the most harrowing things I've ever had the misfortune to witness. So clearly a more compassionate and consistent approach is required. If exemptions are made for an entire NRL team and their support staff to enter Australia, then surely we can look at allowing a grieving family members or bringing home long-term visa holders who have made their lives here. In some cases, this is children separated from parents or husbands and wives separated for an indefinite amount of time. These are real lives being impacted, and we can and should do better. I call for some flexibility and amendments to the regulations.
Are there any constituency statements?